Hello, people, friends. It's Spoot before Misery Gaming. Again, we are doing an event review for the Halloween event. I'm going to go over the shop a little bit. I think Fort already went over the tutorial mode, so I don't really have to do a whole lot of work on that one. So that'll save me a little bit of time. So the Halloween event is out. As you can see, I pulled my minstrel. I pulled our Cindy minstrel, which is I'm cool with. Look at those ears, it's so cute. She's got a tail. It's adorable. Also, when you win the fight, she gives people the finger, so she's pretty much my spirit animal right now. Like, I'm all about it. So let's get into the actual event. So let's show you the details first. So it's a co-op guild event. There's not a ranking this time, so it's just everybody completes X amount and you get Y amount of rewards. Same thing you imagine. It's got Halloween medals, completion rewards are there, so you get 55 times per mission, so it's 250 a shot over 5 completions, or it's 250 total over 5 completions. There is a weapon. Do they have the details in this? Good God, this is a lot. Okay. So let's look at the weapons first. So all 4 of these give you an increased amount. So all 4 of the gacha weapons start at 1.3, and then they max out at 1.5 at limit break. The effect calculation is what you would expect. So it is kind of multiplicative, so having more is important, but if you don't pull any of these, and you can only get the orb, a little less important. Like playing through with one of the gacha classes, you're a little more effective, so kind of keep that in mind. Let's do this. So we'll go over the event explanation, so here we go. And individual rewards are pretty much exactly the same every time. You get all 3 elements for upgrading. You get some bird masks. You get some crystals. Pretty good chunk of crystals. Guild rewards are pretty much the same thing, except you get S and SR materials plus crystals. Bird masks, you get some keys. You get some SR materials for your support gems and everything, so those are pretty good. I actually like those a lot. And then you get 50, and then obviously your contribution is there. So the how to play, I think, is going to be the different one. Yep, here it is. So the event SR weapons, all of these are those, and then Silence of Souls is the orb you can buy in the shop to throw in like your subgrid. It gives you an extra modifier. So having more of them is good, but if you only have one... Like, if you eventually want to limit break it, it's fine, but the payout isn't great. But it is a max MLB SR, so, like, the stats on it will probably be decent at best. It does have a hard mode, so let's look at the stats. I haven't gotten to the EX missions yet. So we've got verse 1 through 10. It does give you gems on completion, too, so you're looking at, like, 5 per. So it's a pretty easy way to, like, quick run through and get some extra cash for this one. We've got regular run through on these. Depending on how many weapons you got, you could be getting a lot. The difficulty kind of ramps up once you get towards the werewolf, and I'll talk about him in a second because I'm actually kind of interested in him. But the payout on these are pretty decent. So let's go to the metal exchange. Silence of Souls, 500. I haven't bought mine yet, so I'll go ahead and throw it in my subgrid. You actually can get stickers from these, which is actually super cute. I like the idea that that's something that they have done. I like the Cindy one and the little Snow White one. These are limited edition, quote-unquote, so I don't know if that means they are gone forever or if they will only come back here. You've got the werewolf, who has the baby version of Shadow Lords for whom the bell splashes. This just increases the effectiveness of water weapon skills, but also increases the wind damage of your enemy. You've got the villager, which is Magical Torrent, which is 5% of SP across the board. I don't I think there is a better version in the gacha. I would have to look to make sure, but that seems interesting. Being able to proc that and just slam everybody's SP up a little bit is kind of funny. So we've got female villager gets reduced the SP cost of ally water skills, so it's tidal fairy. It's okay. I actually like the high werewolf. So it's got Fort of Lamentation, or Lamentation. It reduces physical defense and magical defense of all enemies, and if there is a defense buff, this effect will be improved according to the increase. So the more they are buffed, the more this does. So I think, I'm pretty sure, and I will pull it up on the side as we are talking about it. I am pretty sure this goes up to tier 2. But I will tell you in like 30 seconds. High werewolf, there he is. So yeah, it does go out. It's got a 60-second cast. I don't know how good this is, but I kind of like it. It's only got about 3,900 stats maxed out at on L, and then obviously more if you max limit break it. I think it tops out at 4,900. It is a across-the-board attack-based one, but they all get close to like 11 or 1,200 by the time you get it maxed out. So this one's actually decent. I'm moderately interested in this specific summon. I like this nightmare. I want to see different things. And let me see if anybody else, now that I have it pulled up. Yeah, it's one of the only ones in the game that actually has a limitation on it. Silver Tiger, Roosta of the Violet Hair and Flaming Fists, and what is this one? Pitiful Donkey, and I think Roosta is paid, so I am cautiously interested to see how people use this guy in certain runs. You've got your regular payouts for Colosseum gems, both effects and support. You've got your story gems. Dragon Shackles, you should always empty those because you'll never have enough anyway, no matter what you do. Especially with the new tutorial L weapons, you'll want to get most of those jacked up. You've got all of the elemental upgrades for weapons. You've got the armor upgrades. You've got all of your upgrade swords, your sacks. They do have gunner. They do have arcanas for the mermaid gunner and the Gretel breaker. They're 20,000 apiece, so you're probably not going to get them right off the rip, but something to pay attention to. I like the story for this one, actually, because, like, they're playing a game of werewolf in real time, and they're doing that on Twitter, too, so make sure to get in there and get your votes in, because they give you, they're playing a character-based game of werewolf on Twitter, which is actually pretty interesting. I do like the way they have been planning out and doing their social events. It's been really interesting, at the very least, so I will say that. So get on Twitter and make sure to interact with them. The event overall is pretty good. I was hoping for another shooting gallery, but the payout on those seems to be a little high, so I don't think they're going to run them very often. Overall, it's a decent event. I like it. The theming is good. The event's good. The store's pretty decent. The rewards are regular. Like, I just got a couple of weapons that I have to get L'd up, so it came pretty reasonably for me to get these, and since all of the tutorial weapons are probably going to be going in a lot of people's grids, this is a good chance to, like, you know, double up and really get some of these things done. So that's it from me. Tell me what you think about the event so far. Are you liking the story part of it? You know, do the regulars, like, comment, subscribe, tell us how you're doing. Did you get what you wanted in the banner? I pulled my the only SRs I pulled were on step 5, but I got 3 in 1, so I got instrument, book, instrument, so I was pretty happy with just stopping. So I've got a little bit of a stock left over from Grand Colo, so I'm kind of pretty happy about that. But that is it from me, so you guys enjoy. Tell us how you're getting along on the event, tell us what you like, what you don't, and we'll talk at you later.